So we found a little rock to climb up on here, and we're going for a little hike. There's the ship in the background. We're going to go for a walk up to the top of the hill there. So if you look from the air, it kind of looks like there's nothing to eat, but if you look very closely, there's a bunch of berries. What kind of berries they are? They're actually tasty. Sort of. There's a couple kinds. Looks like there's something digging down there. Probably lemmings in there. Eating these berries and stuff. These guys are all kind of like lemmings. They all follow each other. Not much else to eat around here, I don't think. Our fearless bear hunter. Did you shoot any bears today?
Not today.
Hey, let's push that rock down that hill. Looks nice around. We probably got it going pretty good.
Leave it for the tour on. As you just wanted to move rock, you know, one track
I only moved one rock. We could just say the wind blew it over because it looks like it looks like it's ready to go. The reason these guys are all standing on the deck is because they're excited. You see a polar bear. So let's have a look out on the deck there. We'll zoom in and see if we can give you a shot of it. Oh, there's looks like there's a mine there. We should be more excited about the mine than the polar bear. I don't know if it is a mine, but there's two polar bears right there. But they're just in this fjord here, and what they do is they're scrounging around trying to find anything dead along the shoreline. Telephoto lens, so you can see them pretty good.
I bet.
So somebody on board had a telephoto lens, and they were able to share a couple of pictures with me. So we seen lots of polar bears, but you're not real close up. But if you had a real good camera, you could zoom in there and get a shot of them. This is a mother and a cub. One's a little bigger than the other. They just kind of surface occasionally?
I have not seen anything yet.
Yeah.
I just came out here for the refreshing rain and good company.
Too bad you're standing beside me, though.
Well, I'll turn this way, sorry.
Well, there's a couple polar bears. You know where they are, right?
I saw that. I got a few pictures.
There's the other catwalk on this other side. We can just swing back around. Get back on the bridge if we want. See what's going on here. It's actually not that cold. It's 4 or 5 degrees, I guess.
Because I didn't know what I was doing. Now that I've got myself
distance where he feels he's safer from us. But look how easily, just think where he was a few moments ago, right? Yeah. And look how easily he's just climbed all the way up here. Guys can just climb up it with no ease. How quickly do you think you guys could climb up that boulder field he just escalated in seconds? You know?
Sedimentary rock here. We're going to do a little paddling. We're Zodiac with a bunch of kayaks. I'm not going to be filming the whole thing, just a little bit. Let me know when you're going to do that Eskimo roll. I want to make sure I catch on.
No thanks.
I was hoping the guide would demonstrate the Eskimo roll, but he said he's never done one. A couple icebergs back there.
While we're waiting here, I'm going to get my camera.
Yeah, there's the ship. Looks like a little cave there. The hole's a lot bigger than the plug. Lots of interesting caves to go into. They won't let us go into them. Well, there's our iceberg. The polar bear just hopped off of it. If we go real close, it looks big.
Places of reward, these triggers of like, okay, it's that time of the year, and they may just leave here if there's no ice here right in shore and just go swimming until they find the ice. Will they get pregnant? If they're a skinny bear, they're not going to get pregnant. Yeah, and sea lions as well. So that delayed implantation means the egg, the oombone, is not in the uterus for long. So when that's go picture.
The last place we were at, they had the anchors down. That's where they pull the boats up. The jib crane there.
Alright friends, always expect a little bump coming into the gangway. I'll try to be gentle. Please don't stand until I have your hand. You've been sitting for a little bit too, so don't feel rushed. Just get up, get your balance, make your balance nice and easy. There's a lot of swell, right? You see the boat moving. Always good to watch the people.
Yeah.
Your bumper early. Almost. So we're going to bang, right?
So this morning we're steaming into Cape Mercy on Baffin Island, and we're seeing some pretty decent sized icebergs. We're looking at the radar on the bridge here. You can see this guy right here is what we're seeing off of the big crack in the middle of it. We're hoping to see one with a polar bear on it. Gonna go for a little swim, I guess.
Do a lap.
Do a lap, yeah.
Do a lap. Oh, he's not gonna wait around for long. No.
Yeah, a little disappointing. We were gonna go for a hike this morning, but I know they've spotted a bear somewhere, so they wouldn't go hike. But too bad we could have jumped in the Zodiacs and went for a tour. But so I guess we're just gonna sit around the boat, watch a couple people go swimming. I was gonna go in myself, but I got kind of a bit of a cold and not feeling really well, so I figured better not go in. I don't want to get pneumonia. There's another iceberg in the fjord there. No shortage of polar bears around here. You see them just about every day. Not usually too close to them, but they'll spot them way up on a ridge somewhere about 2 miles away, and you can zoom in on them and get a picture of them. You like ice? We're seeing some ice. There's a big one. Yeah, we're in a place called Tundra, I think, National Park. There was a polar bear here, but by the time I got my camera out here, I could see with my naked eye, but he wandered off. Lots of bears here. There's hasn't hardly been one time that we've been close to the shore we couldn't spot a bear. So they're not as endangered as people say they are. There are lots of hazards here. It's difficult for them to pilot their way in here. Not right here, you can't see them, but just underneath the water there's all kinds of shallow spots. Probably the reason they don't do much fishing here is because it's so rugged on the bottom. Some places only like 30 meters down, and there's like huge spikes that come up from the bottom.
Plus 10. Oh.
Now he's moving, he's walking to the right.
Right in the mouth.
These were a couple caribou that we spotted. We only saw a few of them. There wasn't very many. It's not kind of a pretty shaky shot. It's difficult when you're in the boat just moving around to zoom in on something like that. But yeah, these were the only two that we saw on the trip. That's a very beautiful fjord here. The captain wants to try to make a landing in this valley in here. So a lot of bears here, but the black bears, they just run away. So I don't know if they worry about them too much, but. In that valley there's probably got really thick bush in the bottom, but we could maybe go to the beach here and wander around the beach for a bit. I don't know, we're going to launch a couple of Zodiacs and see if we can get out there. Probably all water melting out the tundra. Got our guards keeping an eye on the bear situation, but with all these people I can't imagine the bears not knowing we're up here. The wind's blowing up the valley. Yeah, beautiful countryside. I think there's only a couple of us that made it this far. Well, we've reached the top here with Febreze. So he's the bird expert. He could probably hit a bear too, I think. I don't know. I never asked him. I used to assume the women couldn't shoot a bear. Cool sighting of a dog. Welcome to the Chargers.
I don't have the energy to charge that for sure.
This is a good way to get rid of that cold. Sweat it out, eh?
Oh man.
There's Febreze, the Birdman of Cork. Well, I guess we'll go back to the ship and have some lunch. Just follow the guy with the gun.
That's right.
More stunning scenery in the northern part of Labrador. It would be just pretty much straight east of Hudson's Bay. All right, we're going for a little hike this afternoon, and we're in a group called the Chargers, so we're going to run up the beach as fast as we can until the first person drops, and then slow down. No, I don't know.
Are you ready?
Better keep up to the Chargers. Ship always looks out of place when you're back here. Lots of piles of rocks all over the place. There's the boat. There's a little lake here. What was that?
Gaming on us.
I caught up with him and he said, let's go higher. This is not nice and breezy.
We're just a little ways up from that lake. We're just going to head along this ridge back to the mothership.
Your lens cap is hanging in front of the...
Yeah, that's not going to work.
We arrived in Newfoundland. And here's someone saying eyes the buy. That is actually a tender from another cruise ship there called a Seabourn. So they put us on shore here and we can wander around till lunchtime. And then in the afternoon we're going to Ansel Meadows. So this looks like quite a bit of lots of trees here. So it's like a little fish packing. It's got fish packing plants here, and some tourist attractions. So we're gonna have a wander around and see what we can find that's interesting, and then head back for lunch. We found a nice little trail, a little park, whatever, along the waterfront of St. Anthony's. It's just surprising how fast the countryside changes in just, I don't know, a couple 100 miles or so, from just all rocks and stuff to lots of vegetation, grasses, trees. And yeah, it was kind of a beautiful little spot, actually. I never thought it'd be more, I thought it was a lot more rugged here, but a very beautiful spot in the harbor here. This is called Grenfell House. It's kind of an interesting house the doctor had here. It's all been preserved here in St. Anthony's. So it's built around the 1900s, and it looks like all the artifacts are from that period. This is what a kitchen would look like back in the 1900s. Wood stove, the irons. Probably had a water jacket in the wood stove to heat water. All right. And they have the radiators for heating, so they have central heating in here. Probably most places never had that. Huh. It looks like kind of a little stunted tree forest. I bet you these trees are pretty old. They seem to be growing really slow. They look nice. Just on the hill above St. Anthony's. There didn't even used to be an outside road to here, but I think there is now. There's our ship there in the harbor, and a couple other ones. Not even sure which is ours now. Huh. I think you gotta be seeing a moose around here somewhere. Definitely looks like moose country. Is that a cougar behind you? Okay, we're at Lanson Meadows. This is where the Viking ruins are. We're going to go down and have a look at some of this stuff down there. So these are, I presume, the ruins of the what was left of the Vikings when they first came here. Yeah. And if he's got a little bar going for us here. Interesting. We can go in here. I guess so. Oh, no.
How are you?
I didn't expect there to be any Vikings in here. Ah. Oh, nice and cozy in here, eh? Ah. Huh, pretty neat.
No? Why not?
Oh.
Otherwise, they're just going to sit there and rot.
Nice and cozy in here.
It is very cozy.
Do you have any beverages here?
Well, at the moment.
I always think Vikings just sit around and drink all day, but maybe not,
Well,
eh?
have you done any good work today?
No, not much. Just, just
Well,
bumming
then I
around.
don't see no reason giving you alcohol beverages.
That is a good reasoning.
That's a good reasoning, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you've done a good hard day's work, then maybe I might find some alcohol beverages.
So this shack is all made out of sod. Is it out of peat?
Peat moss, yes.
Yep.
Your walls itself is 6 feet thick.
Wow.
You've got 2 feet of peat, 2 feet of gravel, 2 feet of peat.
Very cozy.
There's a wooden construction inside where the beams lay right up on the post. And those long beams go right on down and touch the gravel core.
Yeah.
And you have a layer of sticks and they're tied on with sealskin. And then you have a layer of peat, overlapping layer of birch bark, another layer of peat, and live sod on top of that.
So this is something that likely to rot pretty quickly, I would think, eh?
This building's been here since 1978.
Right, okay.
So we've done some work with it.
Yeah. So the original structure that was found here, the remains of it, when was that built, the original structure?
The original, you mean on the archaeological site?
Well, I don't know. I guess this is a replica of what
This is
was
the
here originally.
replica.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when would the original, or whatever was here, when would it been back to 1500s or so?
No, around the year 1000.
Oh wow. Oh.
Right.
Huh.
They
Oh,
last you 25 years without any maintenance. You do maintenance to them, they'll last you
Yeah.
a lifetime.
right. Huh.
Yeah.
So underneath you got permafrost, right?
No,
No? It's not permafrost here?
no,
Oh, okay.
we have no permafrost. Even though sometimes it feels like it.
Oh, very interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So cozy in here, you hate to leave. Alright, well that was kind of fun. Like an underground fort. This might be a different one. Pretty neat way to build a little house. Let's have a look at this shack here. Look, a nice little warm fire in here. These bricks aren't very heavy. Cool how they made them. A little fire going in here. And here we have a blacksmith shop. Wow, sure cozy in here. Some slag, by the looks of it. Ooh, that's iron or something really heavy. Oh, the ride back with the lovely Marla.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
There we go. Let's catch some cod now, boys.
Let's be.
Alright, so here's the map of where we went on our trip. We started off at the very top here in Greenland. Went up here. Top of Baffin Island. Then backtracked back down. All the way down here. Back to Labrador. That's Black Bear Island. All the way down here. And we circled around Newfoundland. We're right here right now. They get some pretty rough seas here. From a big ship it doesn't look bad. Alright, let's get around to the stern, which seems like a weird way of doing this. But I'm not the captain.
Morning, Ultramarine. The time is just coming up on 8:30, and we have a local harbor pilot on board from St. Pierre. So we just discussed the plans with the captain on the bridge, and we are now making an attempt to enter the harbor here with hopes that conditions will allow us to go alongside. So at this time, we are planning to make an attempt at going into the harbor here in St. Pierre. And captain and the pilot will assess conditions as we get closer into the port.
Alright, let's see if they can do her. Yeah, she's blowing us in pretty good. I'm thinking our hat's going to beat us to shore. Uh-oh. Alright, we're gonna walk to town. We could try hitchhiking, but too ugly, so we're probably gonna have to walk. They only have one little bus and we're on the way around here. We don't have very much time. So there's Scott. Weird, I've never been to Europe, but I don't know, for some reason this reminds me of Europe. Well, at least they're driving on the right side of the road. Little shocks. For your boats, I guess. Kind of funny, the boats are parked outside. And they're drinking beer in their shacks, I guess. I don't know. It looks like they're prepared to defend themselves in case they get attacked by Canada. We got the big guns here. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but I found Jesus. People keep asking me if I found him. Now I can say yes. It's like you're in France or something. Well, nobody mentioned anything about a hiking opportunity, but I see one, so we got some time left. Let's hike up to the top of the ridge. Yeah, beautiful hiking trail up in here. The reservoir where they get their drinking water from, I guess. And we're up in behind the power plant. There's the ship there. A few people walking back. Well, as usual, I'm probably somewhere we're not supposed to be. There's another ship coming into the harbor, but he don't seem too squeamish. He's zipping right along. There he is. He's not wasting any time getting in here. Alright, we're rolling into St. John's Harbor to disembark of our journey. Luckily we didn't need their services while we were in the Arctic because we didn't see no ice. There we are, so we're in the disembarking on the port. So that brings us to the end of our trip. So time to say goodbye to Ultramarine and a couple friends that I met, Scott and Chris. We shared a few beer and some laughs together. And so I hope you enjoyed this trip into the high Arctic, a place that not very many people ever get to see. And it's been a lifetime dream of mine. Thanks for joining me.